Şimdi mi gitti?
Okay.
Yayınımızda bir kesilme oldu. Kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. Şu an bir sıkıntı yok değil mi arkadaşlar? Okay. Baştan alıyorum. Yeah, we had a connection problem, so and yeah, we are going on. Okay, talk about MOOCs. Are MOOCs the future of education?
As always, it's good to go back into the past. We have had online courses for years, for decades, but they were terrible. Bad video, no interactivity, no coursework, no communities, no ability to work as a team. What is new is, first, the technology has gotten much better. They are better shot, more professionally shot. The other thing is, they are not being recorded from some small school by a bad professor with no credit. Instead, major universities like Harvard, like Stanford, universities in England, in France, around the world, major universities are producing massive, open, online courses from that school with the same professors that you would take. So everybody knows about Stanford, very good school, very good science school. There's a very famous example just from last year where Stanford had a first year physics course, and they had it in school and you went to Stanford and you paid $50,000, or they had it online and you could take the same course online, massive open online course for $1,000. Fine. Some people took it in school, some people took it online. Then those same people, some of them finished and they passed. They went and they took second year physics at Stanford. The people who took the MOOC got better marks in the second year course than the people who had paid 50 times as much money.
Wow.
So a whole lot of people are saying, that's pretty interesting. Now, first year physics hasn't changed a lot in 100 years. Teaching a course that is more dynamic wouldn't work. Poetry wouldn't work. Biology lab, you can't do a dissection online. There will be always some university courses. I don't want my doctor training only online. I want him to work on real people. It will not change all of education. It's not perfect for every course. It's not perfect for every student. However, when we look at the cost of education worldwide, it's becoming more and more expensive, and there's a tremendous digital divide. The people, not just rich and poor, but developing and developed world, rural and urban, all of these things are tremendous barriers to educating people around the world. If somebody in the middle of Turkey who wants to take a university course and doesn't have a lot of money and can't go to Istanbul or Ankara, why can they not take it online? And I think that in 2014, we are going to see a lot of growth in this area. It will not destroy the university, but it will be very, very big, and it will be recognized by other schools and by employers.
Cool. I was going to ask, will MOOC kill the university? But you already said it. It's not going to kill the universities. This is a good addition to education, and also like the distance, the location, it just clears them all and just helps everyone to get the education. So
not everyone. One of the things, and this is part of our research, everybody's different. Everybody has their own style. Some people do really well. They're online, they do the projects, but if there's nobody there yelling at them, if there's no group of students saying, oh yeah, come on, you have to go to class today, or haven't you finished your assignment yet? Some people need that pressure, peer pressure, or maybe from their parents. So doing it online does not work for every student. So it's not just about every course. Some people, this probably doesn't work for.
So you say that we're going to see more massive open online courses in the future.
So let's try quantifying that. How big is this? The global education market. Now, MOOCs do not work for K-12. I don't know what you call it in Turkey. Lycée and...
Lycée, ortaokul, ilkokul,
that wouldn't work. This is university only, so only post-secondary. That market worldwide we're trying to size, but it's tens of billions of dollars. How big will MOOCs be by dollars? I'm not sure that's how we're going to make the prediction. How many students will take and finish a MOOC course in 2014?
Yeah.
Will it be 1 million? Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe will it be 10 million? Yes. Will it be 100 million? No, I don't think so. So 10 million MOOC courses finished and passed worldwide. I think. We're still working on it.
Cool. Open online courses. Yani açık öğretim mesela galiba yanlış olmayacak diye varsayıyorum değil mi? Yani tam online açık öğretim. Bu ileride acaba üniversiteleri, ya bu ciddi bir trend olacağını söylüyor Duncan ve önümüzdeki dönemlerde bunun artarak devam edeceğini şu anda mevcutta var. Çok güzel birkaç örnek verdi. İşte bir dersi almış, bunun ikinci seviyesine geçerken bunu öncesinde online çalışmış, sonra o dersi almış kişilerin direktman sınıfta almış olanlardan çok daha başarılı olduğu gibi örnekler verdi. Burada önemli olan nokta şu, yani bu açık üniversiteler, bu online açık üniversiteler ileride üniversiteleri falan öldürmeyecek. Bunu çok net biliyoruz. Bu ikisi farklı konulardır. Herkese uygun değildir bu açık online dersler gibi güzel örnekler aldık. Devam ediyoruz çünkü sürede iyi kullanmam gerekiyor. Gene çünkü biz en son şey yapmamıştık değil mi? Duncan'la the last time we were planning to do this live interview like for like 20-30 minutes,
yeah.
And it was around an hour or something.
Almost, yeah.
Almost. So, and I see that danger again.
Okay.
Because like we are already like how many minutes? 22, yeah, 22 minutes already.
I'll talk faster.
Yeah, no, you don't need to. You don't need to. Okay. İki tane çok dikkat çeken konu geliyor. Herkes birbirine söylesin bu konuların şu anda geldiğini çünkü çok merak edilen konu. There are two topics now which are really interesting for most of our readers. I know that. And I'm gonna ask the first one. Bitcoin. Yeah, evet arkadaşlar Bitcoin konusunu konuşacağız çünkü ya şu anda Bitcoin öyle bir şey ki sürekli duyuyoruz, okuyoruz. Yani 3-4 hafta önce kadar detayına ben de hakim değildim mesela yalan olmaz çünkü okuyoruz ya peki bu nasıl oluyor deyip oradan başka doküman onu okuyoruz falan filan ve çok bir hype bir kelime şu anda çok fazla konuşulan konulardan bir tanesi çok fazla büyük bir dünya dönüyor etrafında işin garibi ciddi bir yatırıma dönmeye başladı o tarafta ve Deloitte'un 2014 predictions öngörüleri raporunda da bunun yer alma olasılığı var haliyle ve bunu şu anda Duncan'la konuşalım. Bitcoin and other digital currencies. This is a really hype word. And actually there's a venture capital world turning around it now.
Yes.
So let's start from beginning.
What is Bitcoin?
What is Bitcoin?
What is any digital currency? You remember when I was here in March, I talked about passwords, and I showed the box with all the graphics cards inside that were solving for passwords. Now, trust me, I'm getting there. When you look at passwords, they are stored, most people's passwords are stored in what's called hashed form. Many people use a hash called SHA-256, SHA-256 hash. What you do with those graphics cards is you go through all those hashes and you are performing cryptographic work. You are doing SHA-256 hashes. And after you've done a billion of them, you know a password. Okay? That's what hackers do.
Yeah.
Interestingly, if you think about it, I could make computers do that work, only even harder work with these SHA-256 hashes. And after they did a cryptographic proof, I would give you a credit, a Bitcoin in this case. And everybody would know because you've done that proof and it's authenticated around the world on computers. Everybody would know that was a valid Bitcoin dollar. I could then use that dollar and buy something with the work I've done. And interestingly, that dollar could move around the world as a digital currency. It is never a physical bill. It's got nothing to do with governments. It's got nothing to do with gold. It is a purely digital currency. Now, many people get excited by this. Now, you already used the word hype. So Bitcoin is huge. It's huge. It's $1 billion. It's $1.5 billion. Do you know how big the world currency markets are? Hundreds of trillions of dollars. Bitcoin is very, very small still. The next thing is, and this is where I think there's two big problems. So is Bitcoin secure? Yes. Does it work? Yes. Is it all a scam? It doesn't look like it. It's a real thing. It's very small. Biggest question is how do you trade them? Because there are a number of Bitcoin exchanges, and they are traded on these exchanges. When these exchanges fail, the people who've given their Bitcoin to the exchange lose all their money. 40% of Bitcoin exchanges have failed in the last year.
Wow.
And all the money's gone. Nobody knows where. Point two, hackers and criminals and pornography and drugs and terrorism, they love the idea of an untraceable digital currency that no government sees. So governments around the world are kind of looking at this going, is this a good idea for there to be a currency that bad people... Now, from a libertarian perspective, is it nice to have money that the government doesn't know about? Maybe. But bad guys? Do we want bad guys to have a tool to do this? So in the United States, just last week, what we've seen is that the US government has already shut down some accounts that were trading Bitcoin. Now, where this gets complicated is the actual conversion of Bitcoin mining into Bitcoins and buying things with Bitcoins does not appear to be illegal. Taking US dollars and converting them into Bitcoins is what may be illegal. So for 2014, what's the prediction? Bitcoin will be here. It won't go to zero. Will we see governments regulate Bitcoin, and what will that look like? That, I think, is the prediction. So we don't know yet. We're still doing work.
Actually, while you were saying...
Question.
Not a question, but like a comment.
Okay.
Serdar Öner der ki,
I saw that.
I think most of the Bitcoin users are using it for illegal transactions.
We don't know.
Yeah.
They may be. That's an interesting question. The problem is there is no data to say whether or not. There is an online website called Silk Road, which was used extensively by people on Bitcoin, and that was primarily for illegal transactions. So yes, there may be something there.
So where is this heading now? What will happen? I mean,
will Bitcoin...
Because there's so many VC money going toward this
How much money into Bitcoin so far? 50 million, 100 million? Not even.
Yeah, that's right.
Global venture capital market is 40 billion US dollars per year. So the amount they've put in so far is still very small.
It's a good way of money laundering.
Exactly.
Serdar said again. Yeah.
I used to be a fund manager in Canada, and it's really important. You don't want people making bad money, cleaning it up, and then being able to use it. So money laundering is another very big issue.
Yeah. We have one more topic, and I want to actually... Bitcoin is important, so I think we're going to get some questions.
Can I add one thing on Bitcoin?
Yeah, sure.
So remember, I already talked about the password thing. One of the interesting thing is people are designing chips, semiconductors, ASICs.
Yeah.
ASICs, application-specific integrated circuits, that are optimized for doing SHA-256 hashes. What this means is that as Bitcoin or any digital currency using hash technology gets bigger and more important, it also means that our passwords will get less secure. Because the same technology that's used for Bitcoin mining is also used for password hacking.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Actually, that was the thing I was planning to ask. Actually.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I ruined your question.
Cool. So, is it legally and internationally, politically, feasible to declare Bitcoin as a currency? Çağla Aral asked these questions. Is it legally and internationally, politically, feasible to declare Bitcoin as a currency?
Could a government declare Bitcoin a legal tender? Is that what the question is, I think?
Yeah, it's exactly what I said. Is it legally and internationally feasible to declare Bitcoin as a currency?
But I don't know what you mean by declare So one of the things is governments...
I think, can governments declare it? I mean, can governments approve it as a currency?
Well, see, this is
politically.
Well, but it's not that. That's not how money works. So this is my background. So governments don't declare other things currency. Other governments can. Gold is not a currency, but it is used as a currency. So the question...
That's a good point.
Yeah, so it's governments declare their own currency as what's called legal tender, which means that the currency may be used for paying all debts, public and private. That's how the law is written. In some countries, it's slightly different in others. When a currency by the government is declared legal tender, that is what is called a fiat currency, like the car, F-I-A-T. However, that does not mean it is the only currency. As I said, there's gold, there's barter, there's many other ways. So the question is not the right question to ask. Could a government say that it was willing to accept taxes paid in Bitcoins? Yes, they could. Would they? No, I don't believe they would. We'll see. The prediction's still in works, but I don't think so.
Cool. Bitcoin çok uzun bir konu. Bunu şu an size özetini yapmak isterdim ama bu biraz zor olacak galiba özetini yapmak. Sorular varsa alabiliriz. Çok detaylı bir konu. Bitcoin is a topic that we can talk for the next couple of hours.
Yeah, but no, we got a next one.
Yeah, that's why I'm quite stressed actually, because if I keep pushing it, I'm gonna get so many questions. So we're gonna go over time. So let's move to the next question. Then we can get more questions.
Okay.
Yani Bitcoin öyle bir konu ki ya bıraksanız o saatlerce konuşabiliriz. O yüzden biraz da tedirginim çünkü onların da bir programları var ve süreyi de açtık aslında biz şu anda. Bir konumuz daha var. Siz o sırada sorularınızı Arda Kutsal'a mentionlayarak atabilirsiniz. Ben buradan hızlıca görürüm ve Duncan'a sorabilirim. Bunu da sonlara doğru hızlı soruları da okumaya başlarım. Okay, yeah, this is my topic.
Okay.
Is email dead?
You want email to be dead?
No, it's dead for me. I cannot manage it anymore.
So what we're trying to look at is not just email, but email and SMS and text and all of that together. First of all, let's start with email. Many people are saying that email is dead, that you can't handle your inbox. You have, I was talking with a friend, they have 30,000 emails in their inbox. I don't think they're reading 29,999 of those. Companies, there's a famous example, a French company banned email for its employees.
Oh,
and people talk about that. But interestingly,
it's a great idea.
But that company, Atos, you know Atos?
Yeah, I know.
Atos banned it. Since then, there have been no other companies that have banned email, so it doesn't seem to be catching on. Is email frustrating? Yes. Is email bad for productivity? Yes. Is that sort of like Istanbul traffic? How is Istanbul traffic? Is it frustrating?
It's like hell.
Is it bad for productivity?
Yeah.
Can we ban it?
No.
It's one of those things that maybe we just have to
we can find some ways to make it more productive.
Yes. Now, will there be more email productivity tools? Yes. Will we move some of our communication from email to things like text message inside the firm, video calls, audio calls? Will we have unified dashboards? Will we integrate? Because right now you have WhatsApp, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody has WhatsApp. Does WhatsApp show up in your Gmail folder?
No.
It should, shouldn't it? It's all messaging. It should all be the same place.
I'm not sure. It's already so noisy there, so I don't want.
So you want you want your own folder for messaging and for mail. Some people, though, want unified folders. So
Yeah.
this is where we're going
I
with the
use unified folders actually,
Okay,
by the way.
so you want to see it all on one screen.
Yeah.
So that's an idea. Do we want that, or do we want to keep it separate? Personal and private. Do I want my personal emails showing up? Do I want my personal messages showing up? Do I want notes from my wife showing up on a screen when I'm doing a... You've seen that, right? Somebody's doing a presentation and a little pop-up comes on and their wife is like, hi honey, you. Luckily it's usually not too bad.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a real, I think, evolution towards a single dashboard. But will the number of email messages in 2014, not spam, real email, will the number of email messages in 2014 be higher or lower than 2013?
For me, it's going to be higher again.
I think so. I think that's our prediction. So email is not dead. But let's talk about messaging. Because on our phone, we have WhatsApp and you also have SMS. When you use WhatsApp, the carrier doesn't make any money on each message, right? Whereas when you send a text, they do make money.
Yeah.
The number of SMS messages in 2014 will go down.
Yeah.
From, but not like email. They're actually going down. The number of messages over the top through WhatsApp and BBM and all those other ones, that will continue to rise. But here's an interesting question. Will SMS go away? Will texting go away? Well, why not? Why not use that? Why not use WhatsApp?
Yeah, but like, I don't know, like it's all about devices and like the data connection. Because like if I'm using an iPhone and using a Samsung Galaxy, so I have iMessage and you don't have it.
Exactly. Or you're traveling. Here I am in Istanbul. I don't have a data plan, so
Exactly.
I use text.
Yeah.
Plus, not everybody has a smartphone.
Yeah.
Plus, even many people who have smartphones don't have data plans.
Yeah.
So maybe they have Wi-Fi. They use it on their home in Wi-Fi, and then when they're out on the street and they need to reach somebody, then they might use SMS. So our prediction is that the volume of SMS messages will decline over the next 5 years, maybe by even 50%. That's a lot, but it won't go to zero.
To 50% till when?
Say 2017, 2018. So we will see the number of SMS decline. The number of WhatsApp and everything else will keep going up.
This is a good tweet.
Yeah.
This one says 2017'ye kadar.
No, there's a tentative prediction. We haven't written
Yeah,
it yet.
I know. I'm saying that till 2017 or 18, the SMS volume will decrease to up to 50%.
50.
Yeah, 50.
Oh, one thing, developed world. Because in rural areas where there are no data networks, they're using SMS all the time.
Yeah,
that would be
only
developed.
in developed worlds. Gelişmiş ülkelerde 2018 yılına kadar SMS hacminde %50'ye kadar bir düşüş olacağı bekleniyor. E-mail'de ise böyle düşüş olmayacağı, o yüzden e-mail öldü mü? Hayır, e-mail ölmedi. E-mail is not dead. Okay.
Questions?
I'm gonna get a few questions. Evet, sorular varsa alabiliriz. Bu konularda olursa çok iyi olur. Enteresan, bu konuda değil ama bu soruyu soracağım. Actually, I want to get questions about these topics.
Yes.
But obviously, people see you here, so they ask about
Other
everything.
question. Okay, that's fine.
There is one off-topic question, but I think it's nice. You know, Yahoo just acquired Tumblr.
Yes.
And Ayda Koçak is asking, will Yahoo's acquisition of Tumblr work as intended? What is the prediction for 18 months ahead?
We don't make predictions about individual companies and individual technologies. What certainly I do know is that any service, any online service that has tens of millions of users and is on smartphones is a hot area. So it's all about number of users and the mobile. So I think everybody, and whether it's Facebook or Google or Yahoo, everybody is trying to figure out, how do I build a critical mass of users and work with it on the mobile device? Because we know how the PC works. We're good at the PC. We're even pretty good at tablets. But how do I get it to work on the smartphone? Because smartphone it's a different ecosystem. I certainly hope that, I mean, what was it Marissa Meyer said about it? What was the phrase? We won't screw it up. I thought that was funny. I hope she's right.
Yeah. Another off-topic question. Latif Çakıroğlu asked this questions. Latif Çakıroğlu sormuş soruyu. Veri anlamlandırma ve semantik teknoloji hakkında ne düşünüyor acaba demiş. Ya veri anlamlandırmanın İngilizcesini bana söyler misiniz? Bilen varsa ben hakikaten bilmiyorum. Ama semantiği sorabilirim. Okay, there's a word in Turkish, but I don't know the English word for that. It's like he's asking about what do you think about semantic technologies?
Semantic search?
No, it's, like he's saying data interpretation. Okay,
Analytics?
Data interpretation and semantic technologies. What do you think about them?
Not one of our topics.
Yes.
Interesting question.
Yeah, but really huge topic.
Big topic,
Yeah.
but there's on topic, there's off topic, and then there's too far off topic. That was too far.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know that space.
Okay, this is so technical and we cannot just give one answer in a really short period of time. Yani soru çok güzel bir soru ama şu anda bu konuların çok dışında, yani bayağı dışında ve çok geniş bir konu. Onu şu an tartışmamız uygun olmayacağını söylüyor Duncan, haklı. Also, like, remember this question? This declaring Bitcoin. Charles said, thanks for the answer.
Right.
Couldn't phrase it well, but the answer is what I was wondering.
Okay, good. I'm glad we worked it out.
Okay, I'm checking the questions. Actually, we are nearly an hour, right? Like
40 minutes.
42 minutes. Actually, we are getting to the end, but just want to see if there's a really good question.
On Bitcoin, probably.
Yeah. Sizde soru var mı? Altuğ Bey? Sormak istediğim bir şey var mı? Okay. International law and cyber attacks.
Ooh.
What happened in 2004? What kind of
2014.
2014, 2004. We're in 2000 now. Yeah, in 2014. What kind of developments you're expecting in this?
That's a really good question. We are.
Kıvılcım Hindistan sormuş soruyu bu arada. Kıvılcım asked the questions.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Good question. I mean, fairly obviously, there's a lot of controversy around this. There was a very long report published about persistent, it's called an APT, Advanced Persistent Threat, according in the United States from China against the United States. Meanwhile, every country, almost certainly, is doing something with every other country. How hostile, how determined, how threatening, it's very difficult. One of the responses from China has been, well, you're spying on, well, first of all, they say we're not spying on you, and even if we were, you're spying on us. So it's very difficult to monitor this. Now, where it comes is an interesting question. There's two kinds of things. One of them is a attack for the purposes of gathering information.
Yeah.
And that's bad, and we all agree it's bad. Detecting that and finding that and stopping that is one thing. Punishing that is almost impossible. There's a different kind of attack. This is where passwords are stolen to steal money, to steal identities, or DDoSs, denial of service attacks. When we see those, there are actually likely to be tougher laws about that kind of hacking. Usually those are individuals rather than governments. Government on government attack is extremely difficult to enforce. You can say it's there, but how do you punish another country? Very difficult to do. I don't even know if we're going to do a prediction on that one. It's an important topic, but
you're not expecting something new and some development.
I don't know what you do. It isn't that I don't expect something new. I'm not sure. Let us say that Turkey and Canada, we're good friends. So it's a pretty easy one to talk about.
Yeah.
Let's say we detect that Canada is spying on Turkey. Well, what do you do? How does Turkey punish Canada? You go to the International Court of Justice, maybe. How do they enforce it? What are there are no clear dispute resolution mechanisms.
What about paying a penalty fee with bitcoins?
That works. There we go.
But do you have any bitcoins?
No, not on me.
Have you purchased any?
No.
No? Yeah, neither do I.
Another question.
Nereden geldi?
Comments.
Komentten mi geldi?
Good. Hi Duncan. What do you think about Turkish e-commerce? Big fast?
Turkish e-commerce? And what was the last part? Big Fest. That's the person. Good question.
Sabri.
Okay, Sabri. Turkish e-commerce, it's interesting. I just had a conversation with a Turkish company working in this space. There's some really good stuff being done here. Can I mention the company name?
Yeah, sure you can.
Yeah, it's called Shopamami. And I had dinner with the CEO last night, and they were talking about some of the things doing online about being able to use your phone to shop. And it's interesting because some of the stuff that they are doing, the Turkey is doing, is in advance of what I see in some other countries. More integrated sets. So that was sort of an interesting thing. There are other ones around the world, but in North America, I think we are behind maybe where Turkey is in some aspects of e-commerce.
By the way, you go all around the world, and you're not normally based in Canada, but do you ever stay in Canada?
No. You know, a few days a year, I check my mail, I water the plants, and then I leave.
And this kind of real local questions are, I think, important because, like, mostly you go to Singapore, to Turkey, where else?
Sweden, France, Belgium, Denmark, USA,
And you meet people
Israel.
there, so,
in every country, I try to develop, some knowledge.
how do you see Turkish tech markets? It's a really wide question.
Yeah.
Just wanna think. I just wanna because like Turkey, in terms of venture capital, is really a really hot market now. Brazil is so hot, but Turkey.
Actually, the Brazil, Russia, India, and China, so far this year, the BRICS have underperformed developed world stock markets. I bet you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how do I see Turkey versus these other places?
Yeah.
Very good, very strong. Lots of people, lots of young people, very business focused, working on revenues and profits, which is good to see. Good at mobile. Payments. Turkey is really strong in payments. Very deep knowledge about NFC and other forms of payments. Lots of credit card, deep knowledge. So that's very good for e-commerce. I don't know about clean tech. I haven't had a lot of conversations about clean technology here. I think
we don't have much startups doing that.
That was my sense.
Yeah, maybe the next.
And of course, telecom, historically, because of Natash, because the former Nortel subsidiary, there's a good depth of telecom knowledge here that I can see.
Yeah.
When I meet with Turkish clients, which we did, big phone companies, very forward-thinking, lots of good market here.
Cool. It's good to hear all these things from you.
Okay.
Programın yayının sonuna gelmek zorundayım. Soru var mı orada senin tarafında?
No. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up because we are out of time now. Çok teşekkürler katıldığınız için. Umarım keyif almışsınızdır. Birçok konuyu konuştuk. Yayın bittikten sonra videoyu izleyebileceksiniz. O yüzden canlı yayını kaçırdıysanız da veya sonuna yetiştiyseniz de tekrardan yayını izleme şansınız var. Duncan, thank you for coming again. It's a really great pleasure for us.
Good to be here.
And hope to see you next month.
Maybe not next month.
Okay, thank you for coming. Deloitte'e çok teşekkür ediyoruz. Gene bu imkanı bize sağladığı için. Duncan Stewart'tı buradaki kişi arkadaşlar. Deloitte Kanada araştırma direktörüydü ve 2014 yılı öngörülerinin bir ön gösterimini raporda yer alması muhtemel bazı başlıkları burada konuştuk. Umarım keyif almışsınızdır. Thank you again. Thank you for watching us.
See you next time.